Devs, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Derek. I'm a front-end developer based out of Los Angeles, and today we're going to kick off a new series here on the channel that I'm calling Method Mondays. I will be going over every array method there is in the JavaScript language. As of the recording of this video, there are about 42 in total of these bad boys in the language, and in this series I will be making bite-sized overview videos on each, so buckle up because, well, your boy has his work cut out for him. I will be going over each of these based on category, so the type of array method it is, and also alphabetically in each type. And in today's video, we're kicking things off with Array.from. So let's just get into it and hop into our editor. Okay, so Array.from. Right out the gate, it can convert iterable objects like a node list or a set into arrays, which we'll look at here in a minute. It's useful for creating arrays with specific lengths or values, and it can accept a mapping function as an optional second argument. This one's a little interesting, but I'll go over this as well. So first up, let's convert a string into an array of characters using Array.from. Let's drop in Array.from, give it the string hello. And let's store that in a variable. We'll just call it cars for characters, and then we'll log cars to the console. And you can see it returns us an array with each of those string characters broken up. So that's one thing you can do with Array.from. Next up, let's map over a set to remove duplicates. So I'll drop in our constant numbers here, which is going to be a new JavaScript set. And you can see we have two sets of duplicates in here. We have 2 3s and 2 4s. So let's use Array.from. We'll pass it numbers, and we'll store that in a variable. We'll call it unique array. Then let's log unique array to the console, and you can see we just get 1 2 3 4 5. It removed the duplicates. Now, something to note here is that a JavaScript set will actually remove duplicates, like our 3 and our 4s here, automatically by default, but it still returns us the data type of numbers. And remember, we want an array, so we can hit it with Array.from, and that will return us an array of numbers. And this is handy because sometimes APIs or libraries expect an array instead of a set, so that's when this can come in handy. And last, let's create an array of squared numbers. And to achieve that, we're going to use the built-in mapping function that comes with Array.from. So we'll say Array.from, we'll store this in a variable called squared. And for this example, I want to square the numbers of an array that's 5 items long, numbers 1 through 5. And with Array.from, remember, I can specify the length of my array. And that looks like this. So I want this array to be 5 items long. And now the next piece will be that mapping function, that built-in mapping function. And that looks like this. This looks a little funky, but whatever this returns, which is going to be a number, I want it squared by 2. So now the first piece of this function takes 2 parameters, and that is typically an underscore and an I. The underscore will represent the current value, and the I will of course be the index. And I want this function to take I and add 1 to it, because we're in a programming language. JavaScript starts at an index of 0, and I want 1 through 5. So this array will be 5 items long. It's going to take the current value, then our index, which is 0. Take that index, add 1 to it. So that should give us an array 5 items long, numbered 1 to 5, and then square every one of those items. So now let's see if this works. We'll log squared to the console, and you can see we get our array here. You can open that up. Its length is 5 items long. Great. We took our current value to map over it, and its index, added 1 to it, so we get 1 through 5 instead of 0 through 4, and then square each of one of those items. 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 is 9, and of course 5 squared, or 5 times 5, is 25, so this is working. So yeah, this looks a little weird, but it is pretty crafty. Might come in handy in a job interview if they're asking you to square each item of an array. Obviously, you could do something with a for loop or for each, or even dot map, but you know, if you want to flex, you can get a little crafty and use Array.from and achieve the same result. So that's about it. Hopefully you found this helpful. This will be the first video in many of this series, so definitely keep an eye out for the next. But that's going to do it for this one, devs. I will catch you in the next one. Take care.